don't really know if I gave Act 1 as much credit as I should have. I feel like I kind of breezed through it a little bit on account of playing it in its original form back then and digging into it then, but I always found it really cruelly ironic how Ezrebeth God, there really was no sign that anyone in her family was reaching out to her near the end. She just lost everything, got horribly hurt and traumatized by her family, and lived her days as a destitute hermit till her death, isolated from her family, filled with resentment. Goes to heaven on account of her unique powers, gets rather interested, drew the attention of the Lady in White. And if you played poetry in Purgatory, you know that this is just a little feature of life in heaven, is being able to replay moments with people you knew and loved, and essentially retry it. Replay those moments over and over again. Your best days. Ezrebeth's case was interesting because these days were completely non-existent. These were what the Lady in White perceived to be Ezrebeth's greatest wishes. To see her sister Begonia grovel beneath her feet. To feel some kind of warmth and affection around Charda. And, well, Isho is just kind of here. Is just kind of here. Perhaps this is just how Isabella turned out. And the memories that just sort of got filled in the gaps between then. Were based on her own thoughts, her own perception of Begonia and Charda's son, and how he was raised. And I don't know, maybe Ezrebeth saw some similarities between her own matters of the mind and Isabella up and coming. God, maybe. At least in the way her memories come together around Isabella, like the way the gaps get filled in, there's very clear regret. Obviously, she never actually raised the boy, but she still has, in the way that the memories naturally got filled in of her raising him, she regrets almost sort of perpetuating the cycle of how she was raised towards him. So not a great way to grow up, and she recognizes that. It's way far too late, but also Baby Vol is here. God, so we've seen the shadows behind all of the characters of Ezrebeth's life. It's really just so earnestly, tragically wholesome. Those are three really unusual words. Tragically earnest that Begonia's shadow willingly gave up the jig because she's just so good-hearted. She could never convey any of the fear and malice that that the real Begonia would have held, and like the sort of thing that you could never truly let go of. Which, even if you could say it would have been possible, way down the line for Begonia to come around and like try and mend bridges, for as long as Ezrebeth was around her sister, that was all she had knew and read off of her. And seeing her in this dream without any of that was so jarring it breaks the illusion completely. The final straw. Also the scenario of not to mention the scenario of Begonia's life in the Mindfudge being so almost comically awful that like that like to you the reader, that should be the indicator that's something's fucked up. It's so comically awful that yeah, you really should have known. But it's just so satisfying. Ezrebeth just had to revel in it for a bit. And sweet Charter. Just a good dude. Maybe there would have been a world where he chose Ezrebeth over Begonia. Maybe there would have been. That's the most believable outcome. Alright. Putting that to bed. There's a duck. Born from a dream. What price would you pay to change the past? Now what's the thread here? I don't believe the world's a particularly beautiful place, but I do believe in redemption. Call him McCann. Oh? My name is Sophus. I have a duck. I don't keep repeating that. I'm afraid I'll forget it forever. There's a scene playing in my mind over and over. Every time I close my eyes. Even sometimes when I open them wide. I see the same thing. A woman and a duck in the back of a moving vehicle. I know it sounds absurd, but I'm certain that it must have some meaning. I don't know what. In truth, most of my memories are lost to me. I couldn't tell you who I am, much less who I once was. I do have a feeling, however, a hunch which my soul accepts as a fact, that I'm not a good person. Perhaps that's why that man, the guide as he called himself, sent me away. I was told that in purgatory someone like me might be able to make amends. But dying simply meant new possibilities. As it turns out, I was destined for something else entirely. Now I'm here in this surreal place, simply waiting. I don't know what I'm waiting for, or even how long it's been. And to be honest, one half of me fears that this seemingly never-ending loneliness is my true punishment. The other half, well, I guess it's doing its best to keep my sanity intact. What remains of it at any rate. A woman and a duck in the back of a moving vehicle. My name is Sophus. Don't keep repeating that. I'm afraid I'll forget it forever. Oh, he's a familiar. Hi. Hiya. Huh? Oh, we're a shadow. Sophus, is it? You can call me Remm. Are you real? Of course I am, you silly oaf. In fact, I'm more real than anything else you've ever seen. I'm not sure I understand. Ooh, boy. Being all alone here for so long must have done a number on you, huh? I'm real sorry. You see, I'm so busy and I didn't have any use for you until now. So I had to put you somewhere in the meantime. Look at the bright side. At least you're in a nice and cozy place. Could be worse. You could be stuck in a scary old void. So maybe don't be so ungrateful, huh? Right. You said that you didn't have any use for me. Right. Does that mean that you have a use for you now? Yepers? Otherwise I wouldn't be here, duh. I see. What is it then? Ooh, someone sounded motivated. That's one of my big lucky likes in humans. I'm just finally happy to get something to do. Can I ask who you are and what is this place? Well, I'm simplifying things a bit, but in essence, you're in heaven, and I'm God. Heaven? Who would have thought? Huh. Usually humans are more shocked when they hear that. You seem so unfazed. Sorry, I'm not easily startled, I suppose. Besides, I'm still not entirely sure you're real. If there really is a heaven, I hardly... You bored me. Can we just get on with the fun? Sure. I don't have time for your existential crises. What do you want me to do? Okay, so here's the thing. My line of work being the one and only, and very fantastic, God, I always strive to make each and every special person's afterlife perfect. Sometimes things go wrong, mostly because humans are so selfish and ungrateful. Sob. You alright? Do you need a tissue, maybe? Well, aren't you just the most delightfully considerate little human? But nah, no need for that. Where was I? Oh, right. Sob. Why are you saying sob? However, in all my amazingly amazingness, I can admit that sometimes, maybe one time in a billion or so, I can mess up. And I'm not strong for admitting that, Sophie. Don't you think so? Sophie? Yeah, that's your name now. Okay. Goody. So, Sophie, you seem like a real smart boy. So I bet you know where I'm going with all this. Sorry, but I don't. No. I want you to help me fix something, of course. Okay. Me? Help God fix something? Yep. But what can I possibly do? More than you think. You see, I don't entirely trust myself sometimes when it comes to humans. I'm always trying my best to understand them and to get into their skin. But I'm not perfect. Yet. I need a second pair of eyes. That's where you come in. We're gonna take a real good look at some important people, and you will help me make sure I get everything right. Capiche? I think you may have the wrong person for the job, Remm. Maybe the guy didn't tell you about me, but shh. Cares what my little bro thinks. I'm a big girl. I can make my own decisions. Right, and I want you. If you say so. You need to have some faith in yourself, Sophie. Is that what you were hoping to achieve in purgatory? Doing something good to balance all the bad? Well, wait, how did you know about that? Oh, please. I'm God. Reading minds is as easy as eating cherry pie for me. Even easier, actually, because cherries always leave stainy stains on my cute white clothes. Huh. You can at least try and laugh when a girl is being funny right in front of you, Sophie. Sorry. Sigh. Whatever. I have some errands to run, but we'll get started very soon. I'll just hold tight till then, okay? You want me to just sit in here and wait again? Kinda. This is a nice setting and all. After all, it would be a shame to not use it, huh? But your siblings are about to join you, so you won't be alone, at least. Siblings? You thought you were the only shadow around here? Someone sure thinks highly of himself. And no, I'm just surprised. So there are others like me here in heaven? That's what I just told you, Dopey. You're like my very own little shady shade troop. A collection of gifts from my brother. Shadows like you are normally native to Purgatory, but I've been slowly learning the science behind what makes you tick. And you have other uses too, such as aiding in my little friendly schemes. So why didn't you ask one of them to help you? Why me? Again, I'm hardly the best person to help with, well, anything. Huh. Don't worry, Sophie. You may think you're different, but I'm sure you'll feel right at home here. You see, like you, they're all naughty. For some reason, bad people is all my brother ever sends me. Perhaps he doesn't love me after all. Anywho, I'm off for a bit. Play nice with your brothers and sisters till I get back, and sister singular, or else mommy might get angry. I'll mingle, don't worry. Yay. Bye-bye. The Shady Shade Troop, huh? I think it's just a way of saying I got a bunch of fellow shadows here just for you to hang out with. The Shady Shade Troop, huh? Guess I'm the newest member. Wonder what they're like. Alright, gang. What's this? He's passed out? Of course he is. A proper good for nothing. Maybe he's tired. Is that so wrong? Huh. Even you must know that there is no such thing as being tired in the afterlife. What Mistress sees in him is beyond my understanding. Should we kick him, like, in the face? No. Let's ignore him instead. Phase him out. Shame him. There's no money involved. I don't care. Why are you three always so... Why would you even need money? We're dead. Money talks. It's as true in life as in death. Hear, hear. I still say we shame him. Mental pain sticks harder than physical pain. You're a sadist. It's what he deserves for being weak. Ah, it seems he's coming too. Oh, I wanted to kick him when he was down. Oh, hello. Well, looky here. Uh-huh. The prodigal son awakens. Shame. Shame. No, never get to kick him while he's down. Ah, of course Begonia's the soft shadow. You're the, Shady Shade Troop, I presume. And don't you forget it, runt. Shut up, Bolin. I'm tired of listening to your shrill voice. Dang, Toilette. Are we stealing the show? What the hell are you talking about? Where's the show you keep mentioning? Gildengard knows, ask him. Leave me out of your delusions, cretin. Oh, man. I'm sorry about them. They've been here for far too long to remember any semblance of manners. I'm Tina. I'm, Sophus. Nice to meet you all, considering. Bah. As if. We'll leave you to your dubious devices if you leave us to ours. Such is the will of the mistress. That's right. Better not mess with us or I'll stab you. He won't. He's too weak. Don't call me weak, dang it. What else would I call someone who's afraid of bad words? I'm not. Shit. Piss. Asshole. Damn. Hell. Alright, stop it. You know I can't handle that stuff. See? You are both utter fools. If you worked for my company, I'd have you fired in a heartbeat. I'd sooner die than lose funds based on some of the shortcomings of others. That's cold, even for you. I've got some news for you then, old bastard. You're dead already. Silence. Hey, does anyone know why we still look like those Casa whatever dweebs? I'm starting to miss my handsome face. Your face is about as handsome as a hemorrhoid. Hey. I'm sorry. That was a really mean insult. To the hemorrhoid. You! Clearly we still look like this since Mistress expects us to be of further use in these forms. Perhaps not in the near future on account of our new member, but, soon. She's well aware of my value, after all. Either that or she's forgotten about turning us back. How dare you insinuate? Doesn't matter what we'd say or do, Gildengard. Haven't you realized that yet? It's all up to her whims. Tina, you shouldn't talk about that. Talk like that about her. She always listens, you know. I don't care. What's the worst that could happen? We're dead. Which I apparently have to keep reminding you of. Well, that's... clearly. Let's give Sophus some space, shall we? I'm sure he's had about enough of us, for now. Whatever. Weakling. Again, I'm very sorry about them. It's fine. I probably deserve it anyway. Why do you say that? It's a long story full of sketchy details. Sketchy how? My memories are hazy at best. Listening to me talk about the past would be like watching a movie riddled with plot holes. I'd probably just end up boring you. I doubt you'd bore me any more than just sitting around here does. I guess, but... maybe some other time. I understand. Sorry for badgering you. I'm sure you must have a lot going on inside your head right now. What it's worth, I've been through it too. Dying, losing most of my memories, getting to purgatory, and now ending up here. Saying it's much would be an understatement. Yeah, I'm rambling, sorry. Again. If you ever want to talk to someone who's not a complete asshole, I'll be right here. I appreciate that. Tina, was it? Right. And hey, Sophus. Good luck with whatever she is planning for you. Thanks. They're certainly a colorful bunch. At the very least, Tina seems nice. If we're all truly bad people like Remm said, I suppose she may just be the exception. Sometime later. Hi-yo! Didn't you hear me? Oh. Yeah, I did. Then why didn't you greet me back? Well, I assumed that you were going to start talking and I didn't want to interrupt you. I'm very sorry if I offended you, Remm. That's a pretty dang good excuse. I'll give it a lot of thought, and I forgive you. For what? Forgiveness retracted. For not greeting me back, you insensitive dork. Oh, right. I appreciate that. Sheesh, you're all kinds of messed up, aren't you? I told you that I know. And it's fine. In fact, it's fantastic. Been trying my best to hide it, but I'm actually kind of all over the place with how I act sometimes. With that in mind, I think... I know that we're gonna make a great team. My burning hot ambition to be amazing and your general indifference to stuff. We complement each other perfectly, don't you think? No? Sure. Yay! But enough goofing around. Get your act together, Sophie. I'm sorry? You better be. We have work to do after all. So, let's get to it. You still haven't said we're all in due time. Sophie? Yes? Hold on to your butt. Move. Where we... Oh, hello. Presto. That felt... strange. Uh-huh. Interpretation feels a bit weird the first 1,000 or so times. You'll get used to it, I'm sure. Right. So may I ask where we are? Of course. I was gonna tell you, though. Honestly, such impatience. We're in a place called Casareke Manor. Casareke? Does that ring a bell for you? I feel like I've heard that name before. Ooh! What a twist! Maybe not, because they are, in fact, quite a famous family. They own banks or something, I think? Close. Private hospitals. Ah. Wait, what do you mean close? Banks and hospitals don't have anything in common. You think so? Banks take care of people's assets, and so do doctors. Not... I mean, okay. The only difference is the type of currency they deal with. Hospitals deal in blood. Money. Blood. Blood money. Oh, those are 3 different things. In the end, it's all pretty much the same thing. But hey, what do I know? After all, I'm only God. Fair enough. Guess I can follow that logic. Goody. Full disclosure, though, I don't really care if you agree with me or not. You are totally free to make up your own mind. In fact, I prefer it if you do so. I'll keep that in mind. What the? Did someone just open the door? I should hope so, otherwise we're about to be super bored. I thought we were the only ones here. And now why would you ever think that? We just established that a famously famous family lives here, silly. Don't tell me. We hoping to get to be alone so you could seduce me, Sophie? Shameless human. No, I can't blame you, I suppose. I am a real catch. But you're sadly not my type. Oh? Secret lore on what your type is? Okay. But just be clear. Shh! We need to hear what they're about to say. Leave me alone, you witch. Oh, young. Please, don't call me that. But that's what you are. It's all your fault. Because of you. Benicio is inviting someone else to the dance. That's my chance. My chance to marry someone handsome and rich. Someone to take care of me. When he found out that the witch of Belnaza is none other than my sister. You know what he did, Ezrebeth? He started screaming. Get the hell out of my sight. Didn't even imagine such pain, you selfish pig. That man is mean. You're better off without him, Begonia. And how do you know that? Did you touch him? Are you a whore as well as a witch? Begonia. I feel like we shouldn't be listening to this. Oh no, this is perfect. In fact, that's exactly why we're here. You're standing right next to them and they can't see or hear you. They haven't noticed me either. Even though I look like this. And why would they? This is a memory. It already happened a long time ago. We're in the past? In a manner of speaking. Though of course we're not really here. Could punch them in their little debutante mouths and even that wouldn't faze them. You're thinking of doing just that, aren't you? Yeah. Remm. Smash! See? Nothing. Point proven. However, I still don't understand, but just listen to them, Sophie. We'll talk more about the why later, okay? Okay. When will you stop ruining my life? I can't take this anymore. Your life? What about mine? Oh, please. You never cared about anything. The family, the business, the money. You do is hide away in that dungeon you call a room, accomplishing nothing of value. You know that it's painful for me to even move. Account of the accident you caused, remember? Can't believe you're throwing that in my face. I made it perfectly clear that I never meant for you to get hurt. I was hurt. When we were children, we were inseparable. What happened, Begonia? Why do you hate me so much? Why do you hate me so much? I didn't ask for these abilities. And yet you know what happened. Begonia, please. Mama and Papa will hear of today's events. I expect that they will be furious. They've had such high hopes for mine and Benicio's future union. What a fine mess you've created, dear sister. You must now find another suitor. Please don't tell them. Please don't tell Mama and Papa. I can't hear you. Please. Don't tell Mama and Papa. And what if I do? They'll punish me. Please. Fine. But now you owe me. And I expect you to remember this kindness, big sister. Yes. Thank you. So much. Sister dearest. Good old-fashioned family drama. Wow, I hate her. I really feel like I had no business seeing any of that. Whether or not it was anyone's business remains to be seen. So, what do you make of the conversation? What I could gather, well, I feel sorry for this Ezrebeth girl. And why is that? Because of the way her sister treats her. Isn't it obvious? Obvious, he says. You do know right from wrong, then. Things you did in life almost had me fooled. That's... What do you want me to say? Nothing. But also everything. That makes no sense. I guess not. Let's fast forward time a bit, shall we? Sure. Whee! Oh, yay. It's a great time, and as per usual. That's Ezrebeth again. But she's with a young man now. Oh, were they actually? Whoa, those are some sharp peepers you got there, Sophie. Oh, a little happy, Ezrebeth. But, yep, you're absolutely right. Let's listen in, shall we? If we have to. Charter, you came. Naturally, my lady. Calleth you, cometh I. That's very sweet. But it's wrong, forbidden, dangerous. Yes, all of that. You're engaged to Begonia, and whoa. No need to remind me, dear Ezre. For nothing is truly set in stone until we're married, and therefore. But still, me and her. We hardly get along like we used to, but she's still my sister. Of course, I intend to honor your wishes if what you want is to. It's not about what I want. I don't know if I can trust you, Charter. Oh, if there's anything I could do to reassure. Every time I see your perfect smile, it feels like you're about to stab me in the back. I'm not sure there's anything anyone can do to change that feeling. Just how my life is, and how it's always been. But surely things can change. I wouldn't dare imply that it's easy, but one step at a time. I'd be glad to assist you. Please, never doubt that. I want to believe you so much. But I can't carry that weight, I truly can't. I can't be a witch as well as a homewrecker. She would never forgive me. Nor would Mama and Papa. I'm already all but ostracized, and... If that's the case, then what does it matter? Let us run away together, Ezre. My family may not be as rich as the Casarekes, but we do well enough for ourselves. You could have a life without them. You say all that. All those sweet, sweet words. Yet the fact remains, you're engaged to her, and not to me. Phrasing it in such a way is hardly fair. Our families decided the match before you and I ever had a chance to. I'm sorry, Charter. If there ever were a moment for us to be together, for me to be happy, it has long since passed. So that is it then. You called me here for this. Yes. I'm sorry, but no need for further pleasantries then. I shall take my leave, Miss Casareke. Although, I'll be just a phone call away. Spicy. Okay. Right, the Casarekes are rich and rather famous and hold a fair degree of power. And obvious in that first conversation that they obviously don't value Ezrebeth as a scion of the family in herself. She's the big sister, but she got passed over on account of the unfortunate witch incidents and everything done to her as a result of Begonia's actions and probably your parents' actions too. Oh, she's being sort of like buried in a hole in the basement, metaphorically. Well, they try and find all the hottest guys to marry Begonia. And they got Charter's family. They made the whole strategic marriage dynamic and just sort of gave them an engaged marriage. Charter came here. Likely fell for Ezrebeth and courted her on the side. But Ezrebeth fully balked at standing up to her family and taking something for herself, and as such, wow, Charter, I'm glad that this didn't go worse than it sounded like it was going to. It just it was obvious disappointment, but it very much ended way better than I ever expected. There's obvious disappointment, but he kept it pleasant and left the door open to reconnect. He's quite nice. The conflicted emotions of star-crossed lovers, torn apart by fate itself. Or perhaps by something much simpler than that. What do you mean? Ezrebeth rejected Charter. But why? Why do you think, Sophie? I mean, she clearly didn't want to hurt her sister despite everything. I suppose she didn't want all the hassle that tearing them apart would cause. Dang, I just complimented your eyesight, but now it seems like you're totally blind. So I'm wrong then? Well, maybe not wrong, but a bit short-sighted. I'll admit though, that's probably easy for me to say, since you're so great at understanding humans. Nah, guess I literally know what they're thinking, dum-dum. Oh, right, sorry about that. I know you did, because you just thought it. Enlighten me then. What am I missing? What indeed? Let's fast forward again. Hold on! Huh, it's empty. Did I miscalculate? What a bummer. Mistake then? I don't make mistakes. Except that one time. Oh, okay. That one time. And that other time. We've been over that already, so stop teasing me. I wasn't... Wait, here they are. I just had to pivot a little bit. Silly. Oh, hey. It's getting a bit crowded. You could say that. Wonder what will happen next, huh? This is my older sister. How pleased I am that you deigned to join us for our special announcement. I wouldn't dream of missing it. After all, you are my beloved sister, and Charter is a dear friend. Indeed. That being the case, why wait any longer? Let us share the glad tidings. But Borgelind, dearest, there's no one here. Ought we not to wait for our families to arrive? Now I'm just here to taunt my older sister and keep Ezrebeth in suspense until then. I doubt that I'm even capable of such cruelty. The irony. I see. The choice is yours, of course. Splendid. Ezrebeth? Yes. Me and Charter are finally getting married. Charter and I, Begonia. Why so glum, sister? Can it be that you disapprove? Do you not wish for me and him and our unborn son to be happy? Your son? Begonia! Did we not agree to hold off on that reveal? Oopsies. Look at the happy life I'm living, sister. So we did. My mistake. So, sister, is there anything you'd like to say? I don't want... Just one quick interjection before you finish that train of thought, though. Remember, kindness. You bitch. What's that? I'm so happy for you. Oh, Ezra, wait. Charter, kindly tell the staff to start setting the tables. Excuse me? Do you expect my bomber and my mama and papa to dine on the floor like savages? Of course not, but your sister. I am no fool, Charter. Nor would I ever insinuate that you are. And yet you treat me as such. I've seen the way you two look at each other. I've always seen it. The absolute nerve of it all. Surely. Oh, simmer down, you poor man. You needn't worry. I forgive you. But if you so much as speak her name again, this marriage, along with your reputation, will be razed to the ground. What makes you think that my reputation is more important to me than... Let's shout out the Palazzo family. Perhaps there was a time when you had the momentary means to survive a scandal, perhaps even several. However, after that unfortunate series of disastrous investments, I sincerely doubt such privileges are still within your reach. Oof. At a loss for words, are we? Honestly, you truly expected us not find out? You need the Casseret case. And as your luck would have it, we need Palazzo land for our new hospitals. So if I were you, I'd endeavor to count my blessings. I understand. As she and I are history. Now, is that so hard? No, of course not. What are your thoughts on the name Isabella? Oh, it's terrible. I beg your pardon? For our son. If it is your wish to name him as such, then I shan't object. Dearest. My wish. Huh. I suppose it is just that. Oh, Ezre sure is having a rough time, huh? Yeah, it's rough. Makes me wish this charter person would stand up for himself a bit more. What would you have him do, huh? Throw everything away for love? Should he abandon everything just because some gorgeous genius photographer sweeps him off his feet, eh? Huh? Photographer? Must have missed something again. Uh-oh. No. I'm mixing stuff up. My bad. So, how about a break? A break from stalking dead people's memories? What makes you think they're all dead, Sophie? I guess I just assumed that. But yes, a break from that. Because didn't you know? Human minds need time to absorb new knowledge. I read that in a book, so I know it's true. I suppose. Here's what I want you to do. You're gonna return to my sweet little number 7 cafe. Yes, that's its name. And you're gonna think long and hard on what you've seen so far. Does that sound cool? If that's what you want, then sure. It's cool. Yay. You're just so eager to please. I love it. And what do you want me to do while I'm finished thinking? Do you need to be told everything, you badger? Badger? I'll come pick you up later, don't worry. You just need to remember one thing. I really value your opinion. That's nice. Yep. See you later, Sophie. Okay. Sophus, you're back. Yeah. So it seems. Sorry, I was someplace else just a second ago, so it's a bit, disorienting? Right. Among other things. Huh. Well, I'm glad you're alright. Maybe just me imagining things, but you sound a bit surprised. Were you expecting me to be in danger? I did not say that, but it's Remm. She can be intense, don't you think? As far as all-powerful deities go, I feel like she's quite friendly. Bit unstable, mainly. You shouldn't talk so carelessly about her, Sophus. So much for I don't care, huh? Remember earlier? You said you didn't care whether or not Remm heard you talking about her. Oh. That was a mistake. Please, forget about it, okay? Sure. She seems more on edge now than she did before. Strange. Anyway, I really am glad you're fine. And my offer still stands, you know. If you ever want to talk, I'll be right here. Was Remm kind of teasing us with our backstory? With the whole photographer bit. Only the rest of our dysfunctional family, though I doubt you'll have a pleasant time socializing with them. Your timing couldn't be better, actually. Oh? Seem to have some time to kill before Remm picks me up again anyway, so... I see. I'll come over in a minute, okay? Whenever you're ready. No, I was supposed to think about what I saw back there in the manor. But then again, talking to my siblings might help me learn something useful. Being friendly with them is probably worth a shot at least, even though they probably won't return the favor. Oh, no clues to be found this episode. Alright. Porcelain. These dishes have an intensely bright white color. If you like staring at them for too long, could end up blinding someone. This clock seems to be permanently stuck out in almost 7 o'clock, I think? Knowing Remm, there's probably a reason behind that. But then again, maybe there isn't. Is that a cat's face in the cup of coffee? This is what passes for art these days. I'm not a fan. Damn. Harsh. But true. Hey, Toulette. Are you French? Stop! Huh? Don't get any closer. 18 inches, or 45.72 centimeters. It's the ideal distance when talking to someone. For health reasons? Yes. Mental health reasons. About you. Me? You calling me short? What? I haven't called you anything. This isn't my real body. I'm stuck looking like this annoying brat, even though I'm the tallest and oldest person here. It's a complete shit show. I'm sorry to hear that. Still, I didn't say anything like that. So you're saying I'm hearing things? That I'm insane? Honestly, you're probably right. This place messes you up. Everyone's so weak. Maybe I'm even weaker. Well... Nah, my method is supreme. I'm better than everyone else. I'm built different. Don't doubt me, Sophus, you bastard. You'll regret it. I'm sure I will. What is this place? It's a cafe. I know that. I used to work at one of these joints, you know? Back when I was alive. We had a rule. Always separate the allergenic ingredients from everything else. That way there'd be no risk of accidentally giving a customer a drink something that they can't eat or drink. I think most cafes have that rule. It's the responsible way of going about it, right? Hell no, idiot! Everyone knows that everything should always be in alphabetical order. So I fixed it over and over. Everyone got annoyed, but what the hell do they know? I'm the best. Not my fault that woman died. Damn jar even said peanuts right on it. So if I changed the word instead? People are too damn stupid to read. They don't deserve to live anyways. Damn, dude. Let me get this straight. Someone died because you need everything to be sorted alphabetically. Yes. That's, Well, I'm speechless. So is she. You know, since she's dead. I'm leaving now. No more questions. Alright. God, you're going to be a pretty woman. Who would have thought? All those depictions of wise old men with beards, they were all wrong. Talk about messed up. How so? Everyone knows men are smarter than women, so it makes this... Oh my god. Oh, buddy. Oh. Bro. What are you doing, buddy? I just got punched in the fucking gut. Everyone knows men are smart. Everyone knows men are smarter than women, so it makes no sense that God would be abroad. But females have other assets. They're a lot easier on the eyes, for one. We're both bad boys, so I bet you understand what I mean. Oh. That's a cruel joke turning this dude into baby Vol. Oh. I'm not going to answer that. Also, aren't you worried Remm will smite you or something the way you're talking about her? Nah, she wouldn't do that. You see, I'm actually the leader of all the shadowy types. Are you really the leader? Or did they just say that to make you smile? I'm sure you're in no danger then. Sounds like you're finally getting it. Please go away. Couldn't handle any more real wisdom, huh? Not from you, no. You're lost, dipshit. No. No, not no. Gildengard, please be less shit. It's you, so it seems. Make it quick. This time is money, friend. You're asking about me? Yes. Why? The way I see it, we're all in this together. Just a bunch of shady people, literally and figuratively, condemned to sitting around in a strange cafe. What of it? I mean, we have to make time pass somehow, right? Don't be a fool. You've already endured the worst of it. The long wait. Huh? When you arrived here, were you not alone for what seemed like an eternity? I was. That's the long wait. Frozen in a state of nothingness until she decides that you're to be of use. You should be thankful, ingrate. Some of us never make it out of there. It sounds like you have some experience with that. Want to talk about it? Ha! What are you, some two-bits shrink? Hell itself will implode 1,000,000 times over before I yield any part of my inner workings to you. I was just... Now be gone. No. Mistress has dubbed this quaint location the number 7 cafe. What the number alludes to, I have no idea, nor do I particularly care. Can you tell me anything else about it? If I tell you, what good would it do me? How do you plan to compensate me for my troubles? Talking to me is troubles? More than you can fathom. I mean, if you want money, then I do. I'm sorry to say that I don't have any. Disappointing, but hardly surprising. I hate it's offensive. Maybe I'm secretly rich. If you were, I would have heard of you. To the great Gilded God, whose eyes and ears breathe money, you smell poorly. You smell like a poor. You can breathe and smell with your eyes and ears? Yes. Elaborate on that. No. Understandable. Mistress is absolute. As the leader of the Shady Shade troop, it is my sacred mission to uphold her values and beliefs to whichever end. I wasn't aware the troop even had a leader. Perhaps not officially. What one needs only to take a quick glance around to see who is the most befitting of the title. See, the real one who's most fitting the title is the one who doesn't actually cover the title. And that is probably Tina. And if we're being real, Tina is probably the just straight up shoot realist one. Yet somehow, she has chosen to bring you along for her most recent outing. Regardless, she knows my value, though that there can be no doubt. Mark my words, I will be rewarded for my efforts soon. Very soon. If you say so. No more questions, finally. Nice talking to you, too. I don't want to talk to you again. Bolin. Hello, Bolin. Yeah, I want to kick you. What? Intrusive thoughts. You already know who I am, doofus. I'm Bolin. If you forget it, I'll stab you. In the back. Right, but what else? Huh? Can you tell me anything else about you? Did I mention that I will stab you? Never mind. Fair. It's a cafe! You can drink coffee here. Keep shaking and shaking and shaking, but coffee makes it all better. Sounds to me that, like, maybe you should maybe cut back on the coffee. What was that? I'll cry. I'll what? I'll cab you? Cab? I couldn't decide if I was going to say kick or stab. So I put them together. Oh. That's the kind of genius I am. Don't let Gilded God tell you any different. Or that dastardly Tillette. They're both heckin' bad people, I tell you. Them the fighting words. Heckin' bad? Damn. Tell me, how is someone so seemingly violent and bad-mannered, simultaneously so afraid of how is someone so seemingly violent and bad-mannered, simultaneously so afraid of profanity? How dare you! I fear no words. No words at all. Did you hear me just say heckin' just now? Honestly, what the heckin'? That's a very bad word. I can think of worse. No, don't say them! If you cuss, you're a bad boy. Bad boys don't go to heaven. We're in heaven. Excuse me? I win, dang it. I'm in heaven now. Serves you right, Mom. Okay. So Bolin is 12, is what I'm reading. About Remm, she's the greatest, and you can trust me when I say that because I'm the leader of our family. Are you now? Dang straight. I love me some Remm, don't you? She seems nice enough. Nice? Heck yeah, she is. Ah! She's standing there screaming. I should probably back away. Fast. We're the Shady Shade troop. We're all some variety of mentally ill. Sophus, I'm taking up on that offer to talk if it's still available. Of course. So what's on your mind? Not you, me. Are you sure? Why not? Well, if there's anything I've learned from life, it's that the more people learn about me, the less they respect me. And to be honest, that's perfectly understandable given my many, many poor choices. Suddenly I'm very curious. Oh? Fine then. You'd ready to hear about the dumbest person who ever lived. Mm-hmm. There I was, 27 years old, broke and desperate. Nothing ever worked out for me, and so I turned to unseemly ways of earning money. One day I decided, poorly, to rob a convenience store, wielding the flimsiest of firearms. But since I'm an idiot, I didn't consider the fact that pretty much all transactions are handled digitally in the 21st century. So, there wasn't any money in there at all, Sophus. Sorry, it's just so stupid. I understand in a way. Really. I know what it's like to feel desperate. It makes the best of us do some truly irrational and unhinged things. Yeah. I used to think to myself that we weren't made to endure all this, you know? Humans are animals, we should be untethered. Not free of responsibilities necessarily, but free of burdens. Free to work, earn money, buy things. Over and over, ad absurdum. Caught in this web that is the human condition. I'm rambling again, sorry. It's fine, I find it interesting. Huh. Normally this is where I'd expect you to slowly start backing away from me. You must like spending time with complete disasters. That's what I keep telling my reflection. Huh. Can I ask what happened after the robbery? After? That's, maybe we can talk about that some other time. Sure. I'm quite fond of this cafe, actually. It helps take the mind off of the fact that we're dead. Dead people can't sit around sipping tea, can they? Apparently we can. Huh, right. But see what I mean? It's just so weird. Maybe that's just me, though. No, I'm sure we all find our circumstances to be more than a little strange. That's reassuring. So, Sophus, are you a coffee or a tea guy? As a self-professed queen of tea, I'm sure you can guess what my preference is. I have an inkling, yeah. I'm somewhere in between, I guess. Decaf. Oh, interesting. Let me guess, you used to drink regular coffee and wanted to cut back. I had a high-stress job, so, yep, you're right on the money. 10 cups a day sometimes. Wow. I'm glad you decided to make that change. However, seeing as you are dead now, you can probably leave decaf behind without suffering any further consequences. That's true. I haven't really reached the sit down and have a beverage in the afterlife phase of being deceased yet, but I'm sure I'll get there eventually. I'm sure you will. Remm Almighty, huh? Is that how we should refer to God? She is what she is. There's no one, or nothing, like her. She has an uncanny ability to manipulate and deceive humans. For example, she successfully convinced those other dolts that they are all the leader of our so-called true. Directly or indirectly, she puts suggestions like that into people's minds, to the extent that we can't even be certain if our thoughts are truly our own. Sounds frightening. By design, I suspect. In fact, only reason why I feel confident talking about this with you is that I know she enjoys it. Okay, I'll be here if you change your mind. Right. That's probably enough socializing for now. Time to think, I guess. Hey, we got to know him. And so thinking takes its toll. Ma'am, silence your duck. I can't. He's... I'm not going to say it again, ma'am. If that damn duck doesn't shut up, we're all dead. But I can. Ma'am, this is an order. Smother it if you must. Oh, God. Oh, God. This isn't a goodbye, farewell, and amen moment, is it? No. No. You can't make me. Please. Please. He's on there. Smother it. What? Are we Hawkeye Pierce? Sophie! How's the old noggin? Oh, bad. It's fine, I think. Good. So you ready to answer a few questions? Quiz! If you aren't ready, I'm still gonna ask them, though. Hang on, Rem. Hang on, Rem. It's me, Remm. Yeah. Long ago, the universe was that most humans knew it was created and blah blah blah. Here I am God. When people have called me amazing, but the fact is I'm not amazing. I'm amazingly amazing. You probably understand this by now, but I'll be narrating these little codex entries for your reading convenience. You can thank me later. Or actually thank me now because I totally deserve it. Oh bless. Sophus Weller, the newest member of the Shady Shade Troop. Ooh, it's Sophie. He's been a very bad boy. But there's something in him. There's something about him. I have high hopes. Also, he doesn't like peanuts. Did you know that be a peanut is either a pea or no a nut? Something to think about. Potential specialness rating 4 out of 5. I have a bad knack for accidentally right-clicking. Tina, friendly member of the Shady Shade Troop. Tina. Most humans that little bro sends me are naughty, but this one is just Most humans that little bro sends me are naughty, but this one is just naughty. You get what I mean? Sometimes people go to bad because they have to, or so I hear. I don't know about that. Maybe she's dumb or mean. Specialist rating 4.5 out of 5. Gildegard, narcissistic member of the Shady Shade Troop. Gilly the Silly Billy is a lot of money. Or had, I guess. So I'm still figuring out how banking should work in heaven. He's super selfish and pretty much a terrible human overall. I like to poke him while he sleeps. Sometimes your habits are wonderful. Why aren't you in charge of hell? You could come up with wonderfully fun tortures just by indulging your curiosity. Specialist rating 1 out of 5. Bolin, a disturbed member of the Shady Shade Troop. Bolin, the cool guy. I don't think he's misunderstood, you know? He seems like a weirdo, but his IQ is, like, super high. He actually used to be a scientist. Oh, wait, I may be thinking of something else. Specialist rating is 2 out of 5, okay. I'm ready, but you're humans in your butts. I don't get the appeal. Not the body part, I meant... I was just wondering if I could ask you something first. Huh. Okay, I guess. Make it fast, though. I thought maybe I don't need to say anything. After all, since you can read my mind, you should already know what I want to ask. Hey, don't get fresh with me, sonny boy. If I wanted you to not open that little cute mouth of yours, I'd say so. Besides, sometimes humans can be a surprise, even me. Find that. Is it true that you manipulate the people here? Gildengard, Bolin, Talette. They all seem to think that they're leaders. But to me, they act more like misguided followers, who either love you or fear you or both. I don't mean to insult you, but it almost seems intentional. You accused little Mia doing something so cruel. Maybe I was wrong about you, Sophie. I said you weren't that different from the others, but it turns out you might be special after all. Special? Don't you worry. It's the highest of compliments, I guarantee you. As for your question, if I were to say yes, what would you do? Would it change anything? Would you try running away from me? Would you abandon me? Well, Are you saying it's true then? I'm not saying anything, my potentially special boy. You are in my very lone little amusement park, and only I decide when people get to leave the roller coaster. So whether or not I tinker with any of you doesn't truly matter. Not to you, anyhow. But you can keep just one thing in mind. If I want you to know something, you will learn. Eventually. You don't need to second guess anything at all, honestly. Just believe in me, okay? After all, I'm God. So in other words, asking about her true intentions is futile. I'll just play along. Follow. For as long as she decides to keep me here. Just like back then. I followed and I did what I had to because... Wait, was that a memory? If so, it came and went, but I can tell from her smile that she's listening to all of this even now. Fine then. I understand. And I appreciate that you took the time to answer me. Yes, so polite. That's almost intimidating. I'm not sure I have the social skills to keep up. Can you forgive me? I don't mind. Yay! Thankies. And now it's my turn. Sophie, haven't seen what you have seen so far. Tiny curated moments of forgotten family history. Who would you blame the most for poor Ezre's predicaments? Well, take your time. The obviously is concerning. I wonder if you could make arguments for all of these. Like, Charter could have told his family to piss off and left with Ezrebeth. Ezrebeth could have stood up to Begonia and just completely bailed on the family herself, tried to start over. Begonia is obviously the hate sink of all hate sinks. I don't know. I genuinely don't know if there's a right answer here. I'm gonna vote for the obvious answer. Begonia, obviously. I see. And why do you say that? The way she treated Ezrebeth was cruel and sounded like she had a lot of sway with the family, too. I'm sure she did her best to destroy her sister's life at every turn, and probably had the means to do so as well. In fact, it seemed like she enjoyed it. People like that lack empathy. It's as simple as that. Interesting. And you fancy yourself an expert when it comes to why people do what they do, eh? That's... Thank you for answering honestly. That means a lot. So was it the correct answer? Man, every time I feel like you're bright, you start to dim. It'd be impressive if it weren't so annoying. Shh. You don't get it, Sophie? Or maybe you will, someday. I believe in you. Now, how's about some more memory diving? Let's see, Ezrebeth. I see. And why do you say that? I just feel like she could have done more with what she was given. In the end, all we have is ourselves, and she could have chosen to walk away, or at least stand up for herself, much earlier. What I saw from her life was tough and depressing, but she could have at least tried to do something. Interesting. You apply that logic to yourself as well, Sophie? That's... Yeah, I think legitimately there's no correct answer here. This is all just kind of... This all kind of reflects on, Sophus here. I see. And why do you say that? You should have supported Ezrebeth much more, especially given their history. To me, it seemed like he was only out to make things better for himself, not caring about the consequences. I have no respect for people who back down like that. Interesting. And you always do the right thing when push comes to shove, huh? That's... Thank you for answering honestly. It means a lot. How's about some more memory diving? There's more? Yes, sir. I'm gonna do a bit of the old time skippy skip, though. Fill in more the blanks, so to speak. Alright. You still need me to think about things? Well, duh. Now more than ever, in fact. Oh, jeez. Sorry, my mouse. It's very important that you stay focused. Don't make me beg for you to help me, okay? Of course I won't. Good boy. Hello? Hi. We're going to hold your butt. I gotcha. Oh, you cheeky cheek. Cheeky cheek. Alright.